Oh my God. There is somebody who's like, why can't I just stop forgetting about you? Yes. Yes, you. Who is this person who can't stop thinking about you? Who knows? Maybe it's more than one person. I feel like you have 3 or 4 people in your energy field right now. In your energy vicinity right now. Okay, so one person is like, I want to make a forward movement to this person. I feel like somebody has already made a step 1 to you. This is high vibrational. This is something of fruition. This is something of new, of what you've asked for, of what you've manifested. Then there's another person that's wondering, what are we to each other? Where is this going? Is it cutting off if it's hot and cold? There's a third person wishing they were with you, wanting to be in a physical relationship, but for some reason, just some little old reason, they can't contact you. And this fourth person, this is a fourth person that's the big one who's like, why can't I move forward? Why can't I stop thinking about you? So for me, it looks like person 1 and person 4 are going to be the most intense and pulled into this reading. But I mean, 2 and 3 are very imperative and important people as well. Wow. Okay. We're going to pick our tarots. We'll pick our oracles. And let's get into this. Okay. So, I'm feeling very called to use my Mystic Oracle. Okay, owls are good for movement, and shit's doing a 360. I'm almost feeling like I have to do 4 different decks, but I'm going to use... Okay, it's been a long time since I used more than 3 decks at a time. I'm supposed to be using 4 different decks because we have 4 different energies. But we're going to use 2 tarot, 2 oracle, lickety split. Somebody wants to go lickety split. We'll get that. Whatever fell on the ground. That's person 1. Something connected to the lickety split. Okay. Those are our 2 oracles. And we're being called to the 5th spirit. The 5th spirit tarot. This is a deep reading now. This is juice. This is tea. Juicy and it's tea. Okay. And then what is last but not least? Tattoo tarot. Tattoo tarot. You know we about it. We have it looks like we have like an animal guard that's been shown in there. It's interesting. This one's really calling out too. Okay. We got our cards. Before we even start, I'm feeling like I should pull this one around town and get the one that's off the ground. This is going to be a foundation. It's going to be a foundation about how all of this is going to go. Okay. Mercury. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly, you're gonna have decisions to make, but you already know what you're gonna make. These decisions are crystal clear to you. In the past, you might have gone into a cycle repeat with certain dynamics, certain people, but you are so far past that point of your life. You can see through this, and you're ready for new. You're about to travel. You and somebody are about to express a lot of more than admiration for each other, to be quite frank. You see somebody in this dynamic, you know if you're the masculine, you know if you're the feminine. Take what resonates. Somebody in this dynamic, though, really loves how expressive the masculine is. And how helpful they are. There's been times that there's been a wonderance if being vulnerable is seen as weak, and it's far from it. Far from it. Your text messages, you two can read between the lines, the energy that's being sent, and you're both going ahead and not letting the parasite win. And you're seeing that I have two people in front of me's energies that are willing to fly forth, leave what doesn't serve in the past behind. And it's not even necessarily within you two, like there's been something you both have done to each other. It's just energy that doesn't serve you. It's not allowing other people, how they treated you, to affect you and this person's dynamic. What they're letting us know is no matter what goes on with the rest of this reading, person number one on your mind, the high vibration, the new connection that was hidden in plain sight, in pain, and God, you both saw each other. You both make each other tongue-tied and see each other's pain and feel such a breath of fresh air with each other. This is so high vibrational. Person one on your mind, the person that we were able to just help you snap into this, is the one they're telling you to go forth with. This is going to lead to more than one form of fruition. So, right now you're about to express, you're about to communicate. You're going to go on an outing with person one. Let's see what's going on with all these other people in your dynamic, though, simply so you can understand why you're feeling so many emotions. Wow. Oh, wow. This is a very intense reading. No wonder you have been feeling so stir crazy. No wonder you've been feeling so many different emotions, because there's a lot of people watching you as we speak. Okay, but 4 specific people that we will be center focusing on today. How you're moving, proceeding, and understanding. So, it's person number one. Let's go ahead and get into the center focus. The relationship that you're not putting at all any like deep expectations on, or presenting everything right now, the world too. You're letting this form organically, but you're not stunting it either. This is a connection that's meant to be here, is ready. You're both ready to fall in love with somebody again. You're a master manifester. This person's a master manifester as well. Spirit has made sure that even if you two had to have snakes behind you for a little bit to help steer you to each other, that it would happen. You see, here's the thing about your aligned one, my friend. Okay, so you cannot miss them. Spirit will always find a way for you two to connect. And based off your left behind you for a little bit to help steer you to each other, that it would happen. You see, here's the thing about your aligned one, my friend. Okay, so you cannot miss them. Spirit will always find a way for you two to connect. And based off your left and left, they really like your laugh. Whoever this really likes your laugh. Okay, so based off your left and right path decisions, and based off theirs, that's how Spirit made sure you two became aligned. You both have been so into your inner work, making sure you're ready for love, realizing what do I have to pluck myself out of that's no longer serving me, deciding I'm not going to be in a dynamic where I have to suppress my emotions ever again, because it feels like stabbing my heart, because I'm expressive, I'm emotional in the best of ways. Strong. Here's the thing though. Anybody in the past that tried to make you feel like you had to suppress yourself. I feel like I'm going into both people here, but whoever the feminine is in this dynamic, I'm feeling this sense of they might have felt like they used to have to close in and take up like no space. There's feeling like blocking involved. It feels like I'm so wow. I just felt this stillness, this silence. It's more than just like it's more than just manifesting this romantic person and being able to laugh and have pleasurable times together. This dynamic's about so much more. It's also about stating trust and safety and security. You both could be holistic types of people and could be sharing or diving into holistic medicine. Whenever you feel like you have to quiet yourself to this person, whenever you feel like you're turning around from this dynamic because what if I'm wrong? What if I read that sign wrong? Remember how you and this person even became into each other's life and how long you've been there on the sidelines for each other, being each other's cheerleaders and not even knowing. This is a dynamic that's ready for love. The way I'm feeling called to do this is picking up and then shifting and moving on to the next people, separating energy. There's no failure within this dynamic, and both of you see the bigger picture. Okay, so the way there could have been the last time you saw each other, things didn't go according to plans, but somehow Spirit still told you there's no need to worry. Even if this outing didn't go as expected or whatever happened, the reason we put you in this place for this purpose was for you two to meet. There's more that you two download and learned about your inner selves throughout this whole dynamic, but I'm telling you, a humongous part of the bigger purpose of why this all happened was so you two would meet, literally. You're not crazy, you're not wrong. So they're telling me we're gonna end up ending the last two oracle cards back on person one to help you center focus again. Because what we did is all of the happy emotions, all of the pre-workout effect, the vibrations that are meant for you, we're able to help you separate, feel, see, and hear who to connect those to. You are your own happiness. You're your own fruition. Other people add to your life. But this is important. This is part. You have to be vulnerable. You have to trust others. You have to allow yourself to breathe. No matter how much you get hit in life, you always get back up. Let's move on to person two. This person two feels like somebody who's definitely watching you from afar. You're not in contact with this person. Okay, you could have recently gone out of contact with this person, but there's somebody who has been like really during their time of separation self-reflecting, and they're upgrading. They're making these changes in their minds. They're seeing things differently. They're honoring the strength of their divine feminine nature, their nurture, their compassion, their sympathy. And I want you to notice something about this person, okay? We'll bookmark this card, the Eight of Wands, up hand. Bookmark that in your mind, okay? So the thing is, they definitely want to bring you a fast movement. There's going to be like a split decision. This person's definitely going to reach out to you. But here's the thing. Even though they're making moves, even though that they're a good person and they're not like other people in your life that have hurt you and stripped you. This is somebody you can still be sensitive in a sense with. They are at a different frequency than you. It's just point blank simple. going back into this dynamic would be a cycle repeat for you, because this person, they still have some stuff to figure out. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make either of you better or worse or whatever. You're just at different levels of life. And you can respect and love each other either side by side or far. These are collective, so take it as it resonates. You're all going to be in different points with whoever this number 2 person is. But needless to say, Spirit is telling you it will be a cycle repeat to not only like be romantic with them, but let alone at this moment allow them into your life. There has to be a good barrier or complete physical distance for your highest timeline. Because this person will lead to distractions for you. They are somebody who very quickly is all about something and very quickly will give it up. And they're realizing that about themselves, and they're reflecting on their actions. And this is great because that was your purpose in this person's life. To help them reflect. To help them stop their cycle repeating. Okay? So what oracle cards do we have associated to them? Yeah. So they don't want to be on pause with your dynamic anymore. And Saturn's ruling their romantic dynamic. Right now they feel like they have a bad rap in your heart. They feel restricted. You used to be, they felt like you were their glue, what held them together. And they're seeing how a lot of times they could have disconnected their emotions between you and reward. What does that mean? You were so dedicated to giving your all to this person that they would take advantage of it. Of course, you are the one in control of your own actions. You put yourself in the dynamic. And this specific situation, to go way above and beyond what you should have ever done. They realize now that this bond that they had with you before, that broke. It can't ever go back to the way it was. Something has just, with this dynamic, it's different. This isn't a aligned one. This is somebody who definitely was meant to teach you a lesson. A stepping stone in each other's lives. This is a form of a soulmate. And they're about to bring you a forward movement. And you're going to have to set that healthy boundary in whatever way that resonates with you. And you're going to have a decision to make. Put that right there. Okay. So they want us to go ahead and move on to not even person 3, but person 4. They want us, some reason, to skip onto person 4. They're very prominent right now. Person 4 is an angry energy. You see, that's why. We're switching dynamics, okay? So these two, it's a sense of honoring your divine feminine strength with. It's in different ways. This person 1 is about forward movement. Continue the conversations. Continue seeing each other. Yada, yada. This person is be kind and sincere too, but set healthy boundaries. Take it as it resonates, okay? This energy, this is dark. This is dark. Person 4 completely stopped your guys' dynamic for no reason. For no reason. Of course there was a reason. They just didn't stop messaging you or whatever, changed up the way they were being with you for no reason. Because things were going good, you were vibing, you were talking, and then there would be drop-offs. There would be like almost 2 different people you felt like you were texting at times. One person really, really happy, and the other one cold. This person right now is the one who's like, why can't I get you out of my mind? That they're pissed off about it, that they get so angry they don't want to think about you. They're like, why can't I get over you? because you were a catalyst in their life. You were an activator, not a trigger. This person, the last thing they want to do in the physical world is honor their nurture, their compassion, their sympathy with you. And Spirit's saying for you to do the same in that dynamic, meaning do not give any power to this person. Care about them from afar. You can't help who you love, so if you do love them, okay, love them from afar, but keep the barrier up. This person's not part of your guys' timeline. Them being in your life would lead to a lot of... I'm laughing, but I'm not. It would lead to a lot of stagnation and uninspired. You would burn out. You'd be over-giving to this person because of the amount of attention they would expect. This person is much about pleasure. Much more about pleasure than commitment. Hey, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We're all about pleasure here, okay? But again, there has to be both. You can only have such great pleasure if there's passion and romance and connection involved. Otherwise, you know, that doesn't even have to mean being like in a committed relationship to somebody. It just means having that vibe, that feeling that you can't fake. This person understood the determination it takes for you to be you. They see you in the highest light and would never tell you it. Just because they don't want to honor their feminine with you, just because they feel all this anger and that they're not part of your highest timeline does not mean they don't see you in a high light. That's why it ticks them off so much. It's so easy for them to get over other people. You just age like a fine wine is what I keep seeing. They're like, oh, this person has nothing to worry about, not realizing how much you take on every day, how much you've overcame to get this level of strength and understanding and being yourself that you are. It took time, took blood, sweat, and tears to get here. They're like, this person, you inspire them. If anybody would inspire them, it'd be you, but they don't allow themselves to be inspired. They keep themselves in low vibrations. They think about you a lot at night when they have nothing else to think about, when they don't have anything to distract themselves with. They wonder if you think about them at night too. They might even be trying to... They might have tried to do a cord cutting ritual with you before and it didn't work. But it looks like you have your own physical barriers up as well from them anyways. So it's not that this person is sending you bad energy. In fact, it's pretty high vibrations because of the way it's forming in their life. It's making activation, not triggering. And they're not trying to throw this on you. The last thing, this is not a terrible person, okay? This person wants you to be fruitious and continue to expand, and for your knowledge and for who you are to touch many people. But they are a little envious, and they're definitely not ready to love anybody. A big thing with them was about your body, and that's a big thing about with them still. It looks like they've continued, like you must have very much continued to advance in looks, taking care of yourself, eating better, however it resonates for you. You've maybe even upgraded the way you dress, different styles, yada yada. But they need you to understand a humongous thing about the connection with this passionate but lustful, yes, passion, yes, there's love, but it was a lot of it, like toxic back and forth. And it's not that you were psycho-repeating with this one, though. This is interesting. This person, you would have continued to you got into a form of a psycho-repeat with them. No, you changed your perspective and realized you were never crazy about this. They did give you mixed signals. They did at one moment be like they were all about you, and the next acting like like you were crazy for thinking there was something there. They were meant to help you shed a part of yourself. They were here to make you feel They made you feel what it is to release yourself finally from mental prison, because you were in a mental prison about them for so long. This person is what I consider the energy of a twin flame. Okay? And twin flames you do not stay with. They are so important, but they're toxic. And they're meant to teach you things, and then you're meant to forward on from each other. And then the person that you stay with is your divine aligned one. You thought this person was your aligned one for so long. They were your twin. That's why the intention, the connection, why everything was so intense, and why you felt something different about them that you couldn't give up on it. This was so much more passion for you and love, and it was much more lust for that person. But it looks like now you touch their heart. Now it looks like you're a comfort and a safety zone, and they want to be ready to be loved by you, but they aren't. So Spirit says to leave this person in the past. They are of your past. To keep protection barriers up, but not that they're trying to attack you. Okay? Now, let's go on to person number 3. So motive. Person number 3, they battle self-insecurity. We all do, right? But this person right now, they're kind of comparing themselves. They're doing a comparing game. They're trying to put themselves in so many different outlets. They're also, I see, racing in their mind and their heart about you. They want to speak up. They could be even, this person, it's taken them a lot to speak up to you. I feel almost like channeling this person's energy, like I want to cry. But it's the farthest thing from like a woe me way. Like this person would never let somebody see their tears. They see you as so beautiful. You're expressive. You are yourself. You blow people away out of the water. And they feel somehow little next to that, and they don't want to feel little next to that. And the thing is, they don't feel little next to you. You make them feel safe and expansive as well, but it's when there's a separation, there's a wall, the parasite falls in. Anything that tries to tell you you're not enough. Spirit's wanting you to know, to honor a yin-yang of your feminine and masculine with them. You see, these two people, it's all person 1, person 2, it's all about feminine strength. Person 4 is all about honoring your masculine energy, staying within your protection and forward movement. But person 3 is a yin-yang. They feel so determined by you though. Like they're like, I'm not going to let my insecurities, the past people, my what if stop me. They are all about you, and they're like, I am going forward. I am not giving up on this. This is good energy. This person has overcome and continues to overcome a lot. They're ready to explore the world. They are looking into spirituality themselves. They might have recently just started to become a spiritual person. They're blossoming. They're entering their spiritual awakening. You've helped this person enter their spiritual awakening and grow and blossom. And this is far from over. You two are flourishing and nourishing this connection, however this resonates for you. So, you two being together honors your sacral chakra, which is sexual energy. Okay? So, this person and you could have a very playful type of energy when you are together. There's unspoken, like, when I say tension, I don't mean in a bad way. It's sexual tension. I feel like you and this person like to tease each other. There is a sense of also helping each other be happy with like your body. So these are collective takes what resonates. A lot of this is that sexual sense. But this very, very well, if this is more resonating as this resilience, this person that doesn't want to give up on you, in any other form of a dynamic other than romantic, this person just is making you feel so comfortable and safe, and you can talk about things that are nourishing, not bullshit. And there's a sense of self-gaining power, encouragement, nonetheless. See, person 3's energy is supposed to be in your life. And for most of you, this is romantic. But these are collectives, so it takes what resonates. They are about overcoming their fear with you. So this could even be card for confirmation. Yeah. The reason I'm blocking right now, the reason I'm being blocked is because you might have to make a decision. You might have to make a decision when it comes to regarding this person. It feels like there's a disconnect between 1 and 3. But these are collective, takes what resonates. That feels like something that's going to have to form more with time. Understand, that doesn't necessarily mean you're in a love triangle. That's not necessarily what this means. This can mean almost like you have to pick up and leave and go somewhere else. Or maybe, Spirit's saying bookmark that, because there's more conversations, there's more left path, right path choices to be made, more understandances to have, and life lessons to experience before we understand what that choice is, how that connection will become between person 1 and 3. Needless to say, they're both high vibrational, and they're both supposed to be in your life. So, with person number 3, it looks like they're asking for guidance about you extremely. They're honoring their masculine nature with you. They're playing it chill, but they're really in their head. And they're soaring, and they're looking for all of this new information they never looked up before. If you looked up their search history on Google or YouTube or TikTok, it would be totally different than it ever was, they're telling me 6 months ago. In the best of ways. And they see how protected you are. They see you as a deeply transformative and protected person. But like, you are a protector as well. And you have everybody's best interest at heart. It's so obvious. They think you're so kind. The way they look at you, the way you look at them, like you made them feel like they're the only person in the entire room. You always try to minimize the negative influence around in any way you can, even if that's like helping somebody just get out of their own parasite in their mind. This person absolutely adores you. Absolutely adores you. So, why being called with these? Like we said, these last 2 cards, it's about person 1 again, because person 1 is this whole beginning they're watching you extremely from afar, and you're both on the same level. Like there's this tenacity, there's this aha moment. It's absolute sexual attraction, no doubt about it. And more, this is entrepreneur, like couple vibes. So what's the send off? What's the send off? The center focus. This is the one connection. They're saying just flow and go and say yes. These last two cards, it's about person one again, because person one is this whole beginning. They're watching you extremely from afar, and you're both on the same level. Like there's this tenacity, there's this aha moment. It's absolute sexual attraction, no doubt about it. And more, this is entrepreneur, like couple vibes. So what's the send off? What's the send off? The center focus. This is the one connection. They're saying just flow and go and say yes. We have water placement within here. Looks like there's a fifth party dynamic. I knew there was a fifth person that was going to show up. It's connected to person one. Your step one is to not hold back. Whenever you next see this person, they're wanting me to say whenever you're going to have a cup of coffee or go out to eat, however this resonates. Don't shy away from the topics that are going to make a lot of forward movement. Let them form organically. Be lighthearted, have fun, chill vibe. Talk about all the exciting things. Don't brush over this stuff though. Okay? There's going to be a sense of a water placement dynamic that will be talked about. There's a bigger understandings at play. I see this whole thing being successful, but somebody may think there might be death and bad death in an area that's actually the exact opposite type of death. Like the death of one way to enter a new. And it's a death of domestication, of feeling that things are supposed to be a certain way. Limitation, boxes. What is about to go down is a confirmation on both of your ends of so much. Spirit says, do not pinch yourself because this is real. So, stay plugged into this dynamic. Have this conversation about whatever this water sign placement is. It's going to be successful. It's going to be understood. There's going to be questions. There's going to be growth. There's going to be road bumps. But it's all worth it. And the death that's being left behind, it's like the expansion, the love, the understandings that's going to come from this whole next chapter is completely guided and trusted. And it is time to honor Yashiko Chakra was this person especially. Alright, so that's the flow, that's the go. Talk. And always honor your strength and your confidence. Always honor your vulnerability, your authenticity. And what? Being a motherfucking G. Alright? Alright. Let's get it.